Hi, my name is Kwame Ngesan, and I'm the CEO of NPA, stand for Ngesan Preparatory Academy. And Ngesan Preparatory Academy is a vocational school that have been incorporated with the state of New York from since 2019. But unfortunately, among other reasons, we have not been operational up to now. And the major reason also is money. We don't have the money yet to actually open the school. And this is also our IRS employee ID number document that also can be provided to anyone who would like to really verify the legitimacy and veracity of this organization. And we have not been able to be operational, not just because of COVID, although I believe if it wasn't for COVID, perhaps I would have reached out to you earlier than today. I'm reaching out to you because I'm looking to raise fund, raise fund to really open the school by this fall. Today is August 2nd, 2021. So by this fall, I mean, it's only within a month. So we're looking for $1 million to buy a building and also renovate it quickly and put in the material for teaching. Classrooms, offices, every kind of modern material that need to be in schools, available computer rooms, education rooms, training rooms. Because like I mentioned, in a vocational school, we are going to do many of the training, among which counseling services, like KSAC program or counseling program, any other one, and GED program for the academic pursuit, and security trainings, security officers, home health aides, LPNs, and many other job credentials that we can develop and incorporate as we go forward. Why so late or maybe so short? That's much of a short notice. Because I've tried other venues. I tried to reach out to the grant.gov with the federal government or grant giveaway from the states of New York and any other resources I can find online that I can reach out to. But none of these governmental institutions or agencies give money to organizations like ours that have not proven record of program or maybe of what we do. So they give the money mostly to organizations that have been established already, sometimes even to higher institutions that provide these services that we can provide in the neighborhood to help the people from the neighborhood who don't have the time to go all the way on the college campus, who don't feel comfortable in their skin to go to the college campus. You go to the college campus on a high school to take some courses, you mingling with the youngsters, and sometimes it's not too comfortable either for the youngsters or for even the parents. And this idea came to me because I live the same reality of getting a GED towards my PhD. So I prize myself always saying, oh, from GED to PhD, that's my rhyme. And it's a good rhyme, right? Because it's very emboldening rhyme. It's a rhyme that I should be proud of. And I hope that I can actually influence youngsters and other parents as or as myself, or even older than me, or younger than me also, to be able to follow suit or maybe do better than I've done. Okay, so I'm going to mention a few things here about me and let you know where that come from. Uh, I'm a public policy scholar practitioner with Walden University in a PhD in a PhD program. I'm a PhD ABD, and before that program, I earned two master's degrees. One from Walden, I mean from Northeastern University, Boston, Massachusetts. I earned a Global Studies International Relations with a concentration on development and global health, MS, Master of Science. And I also have a MPhil, Master of Philosophy in Public Policy Administration en route to the PhD program. And I did some graduate work also in history with CUNY, City University of New York, the College of Staten Island. And before ends, I earned also two bachelor's degrees, one in economics with minor in business finance, international business finance that is, and another one in a BA, Bachelor of Arts degree in political science with minor in history. And before I get to that bachelor program for 4 years, each of them together, I was able to be assessed for college entrance exam. But the only way to get there is for you to have a high school diploma or have the equivalent. And the equivalent out here in New York, I believe in the whole country, is called GED. It used to be called GED. GED, General Education Development, and now it's called TASC. I think it stands for Test Assessing Secondary, that's secondary ability, I guess, but is the equivalent of a high school diploma for people who did not get the opportunity, for whatever reason, to finish school like we put it, finish school in high school, graduate from high school. There are many reasons why we don't. Sometimes the financial issues, sometimes our mindset wasn't ready for it. And later in life, we realize that we need that in order to be able to be competitive and to give our better chance, to give ourselves better chance to compete on the job market. That's when we come in. We, NPA, Ngesan Preparatory Academy, is a non-profit organization registers 501c3 with the state of New York, the Division of Corporation and State Record. So we are incorporated as a non-profit, and we are also registered with IRS, and we have an employee ID number with the IRS, just for legitimacy. So I mentioned my education earlier and where I am today, what I stand today, because in order to get there, I also had to take a GED. And I was lucky enough to pass the GED. Well, I won't put it too much on the luck side. I studied and was really eager to get it and go to college, and I did it. Not everybody wants to go to college, but everybody wants to have a good job, a good paying job. If you don't go to college, you want a good paying job, you want a foundation, a training. Where you get that training from? From a vocational school, a technical school. We are going to provide all of that. Computer literacy, like I mentioned earlier, many other technical acumen that can help you be job ready. And inside, we're going to have a job corp that's going to help identify potential employer and a student coming from our school. And that's the big caveat. Differently from major institution, we want to make sure that about at least 60 to 70% of our students are placed by the school or are helped placed by the school. It's their choice if they want help from us. But yes, we're going to provide that service. So it's not just about the education, we'll let you go. No, you do education, you may even come back and teach at the same school, being paid for it, and train people at the same school, being paid for it, or help you find a job in a community in which you get educated. So the same community in which we're going to educate you, the same community you're going to serve in a community, to give back to the community that I'm trying to do here. So we are going to develop our community instead of just moving out of our community to go to a different community where they don't really need much help anymore. We want to resemble these other communities that don't need much help anymore, but we need to help ourselves. I'm appealing to you, to anybody who can give $1, to big corporation who can give $1 million, to any kind of entertainer, big guys who can give us more money, who can help us do this, because this is not about my legacy, it's the American legacy. It's here to give everybody else like I got the American dream to be fulfilled. Because this school here, we are going to also teach people, newcomers like myself, foreigners, or maybe people who just got to this country, even passing by, who like to learn English. We're going to have English as a second language on site. Learning to compute 1 plus 1 equals 2. There's no shame into it. When I went to college, although I have some prior college education, Guess what? I had to take what they call remedial classes. Remedial classes are those classes that presumably for you to be apt at the level of college education to be able to learn college education, either in English and French. You can hear to my accent. I'm sorry, English and mathematics. So I'm not an English native. You can hear to my accent. But yes, how do I get to a PhD program? Because I was dedicated, and not only dedication, but opportunity had to be provided. That opportunity was provided to me because of you taxpayers, you American. You pay the taxes that the federal government use, give some to the state, give some to the city, and guess what? They use this money to give it to institutions or incentivize institutions to provide these courses at low cost or zero cost sometimes, zero cost to you and I, but yes, paid for by the taxpayers for us to get our education. So this is not just, I don't take it for granted. So if I got that, why am I waiting to help everybody else if I can? Yes, I teach, I've taught on college campuses, but I can give more by developing a school myself and having thousands of people being educated at that school and become better than me. Another point that led me to want to create that school is the fact that I noticed, because when I went back to school over here, I was much of an adult. I came to this country as an adult for that matter. So I have children, I got family, I needed to raise, and something I was lucky for, I was able to help my children with their homework. Even up to now, my college students and my college children, I'm able to help them with their homework, help them write the paper, do the mathematics, any kind of science. What I don't know, I go research and help them do it. So many parents don't have that luxury that I have to be able to help my parent. They would love to. I've known parents here who cry because they cannot help their children. We wish to do it. This is the opportunity that I want to give to this parent to be able to. Your first teachers and your first instructors are your parents. So when you come home, because when you go to parent-teacher conference in grade school, what did they tell you? Or you need to help the children do their homework, give them homework, they didn't finish their homework, they didn't do the homework. Sometimes it's frustrating for the child itself because the child have no help in the household. The child have no help. Parents are struggling to pay the bills and put food on the table. They don't have no money to pay somebody else to come teach you. And themselves, they don't know that much to be able to help you with your homework. So we're talking about equity. Give the same opportunity to everybody else in the poor communities and the rich communities. But it starts from just basic things that we can do ourselves to get that equity, to set up that equity for ourselves. And that equity starts from me being educated, being able to help my children. Perhaps I got only a GED. Guess what? I want to be able to help my children at least for them to get to college and they can seek for better high help out there and become the teachers tomorrow, the police officer tomorrow, the fire guards tomorrow, the what you call the MDs and the nurses and the professors and every yes tomorrow, and the president for that matter. So this is the opportunity that I think we need to give to parents. Parents don't have the time to go to college campuses. Sometimes there's only one college. Like right here on Staten Island, where I'm talking to you from, we got 3 colleges. 2 are private. 1 is public. The one public is from Queen City University of New York. Is what? Is in the center almost of the island. In the center of the island, that means that the closest place from the ferry terminal to over there is about almost an hour. Okay? So a parent that come from work at 5 o'clock, have course at 6 o'clock, have no car, how does the parent get there? I think what I want to do here, to bring the school to the parents. To bring the school to the parent. To meet them where they are. Okay? You have elementary education. I meet you there. And we hold hand. We go step by step up to the college door. You don't want it? Guess what? You got the training necessary to be able to go on the job market and compete fairly. You want it? You are given the tools, the necessary training for you to be able to take the assessment test in order to start your college courses and perhaps get your associate degree or bachelor degree or as far as you want to go. And this is as good for youngsters, 18 years old and up. So I don't call them much adults, although that's the right word for them. I call them youngsters. Okay, so these youngsters, 18 years old, they can come to the school and learn with the older adult that can be their older father, their fathers or maybe grandfathers or maybe even aunts and uncles and everybody else in a very serene environment. So I'm appealing to you in this GoFundMe account to chip in whatever you can afford. Is a penny, Is $1,000,000. Is $10. Is $2. 1/10 of their salary, monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it is. And I'm appealing to everybody, to major corporation, to major institutions, to anybody who can help at any over way they can help. In fact, material, computer, books, and every kind of thing, boards, writing board, what you call that, electronic boards, whiteboard, any kind of thing we can get plus the money. We want to buy the buildings. We got building here that sell for 500,000, 600,000 that we can buy and actually restore, maybe just enhance to be a perfect school for everybody. So this video here is to appeal to you because I cannot get the money from the what you call that, the fund from anywhere else, and that's the only option that I have left to try. And we wish that we can get the money. If we don't get it by this opening school, it's not dead. We have the spring. We are life that go as long as life goes on. We have hope. And we want to be able to have enough staff on the school, technology on the school where we can teach remotely, as well as on site. And this COVID period have taught us a great deal of remote education. That if we have the right material, we can provide our students with a laptop when they sign up, and we can have teachers that can be trained to teach remotely. I think we can just make good on these promises that we're looking forward to. And I wish that we can have our first graduate at least by 2024. And well, it's just a reference year, okay? It have nothing to do with any kind of statistics. So then we can really be proud of ourselves. Then we are established, and hopefully the federal government can come in, and maybe every other government entity can come and help us. But every money that you guys are paid into this are going to be openly explained. The bills are going to be shown on the website. And by the way, if you want to find out if we have a website, it's under construction, and I think the right name is nguesspa.org, 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 and you're going to be sent information on to where to put the money if you're going to help us when you decide to do so. Thank you again very much for your help. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.